Hey everyone, and welcome back to House of Chi Yoga. Today I want to bring you just some little movement, just some quick yoga stuff. I'm not really sure what we're going to go into, but I feel like I've got some energy right now and I just need to kind of get moving and release. So this should probably be a good class for waking up and just doing something right out of bed just to get your day started. That's what it feels like to me. So let's go ahead and start on our knees. If you are actually just waking up, place a pillow in between your legs if it's too much to bend your knees for now. Otherwise, you can go to easy seated on the sitting bones, no big deal. So I'm going to start here, hands nice and soft on the lap. I'm going to inhale, gaze up, and exhale, bring the chin down. Inhale, gaze up, fill up the chest. Exhale, gaze down, empty. This time, fill up the chest on the way up and the belly. And exhale, bring it down. Two more like that. Inhale to fill and exhale to empty. One more. Exhale. Take the fingertips to the shoulder. Now you're going to inhale, bring the elbows up with you, and exhale, round back and down. Now you can move as much as you want with these movements. You can lift, you can round, you can work through the spine and the hips. So arching, flexing, all kinds of stuff. Just move and feel what's going on in the body. Let's do one more. And exhale. Now walk the hands forward. Get nice and long through the spine. Maybe take the hands out a little bit outside the line of the shoulders. And just let the hips kind of go right to left. If your forehead goes to the mat, you can roll your forehead right to left on the mat. And then shifting palms under shoulders, toes tucked under. I'm going to push my way back and then draw my weight forward and tuck my hips. Push into the toes, tuck into the hips. Let's go a few more. Your ribs and hips are tucking together, so it's kind of like a crunch on the way forward. You're activating through the core. And let's hold on the way forward, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Walk the hands farther forward. Keep the abs in, keep them in, keep them in, keep holding. If you feel it in your back, you're not tucking your core, so make sure your core is tight. And then walk the hands back, untuck the toes, child's pose. Take a little breath here. And then shifting back forward into quadruped, I'm going to line my knees and hips up and take these big sweeping circles through the arms. So I want to feel the shoulder girdle waking up, opening up, starting to wake up through the muscles. The scapula is moving away from the spine, then back towards it. And then you can take 90s out to the side. It's a lift and pull back, lift and pull back. All the while, my core is still working in tight. Now I'm going to take my arm all the way up straight and thread it under, back to center. Arm all the way up straight, thread, back to center. Let's go two more each side. If you have the mobility to follow with the gaze, then that is excellent. Follow with your gaze. Last one. And come back through center. Tuck the toes. Just bring the knees to a hover and pedal the feet out. So I want the knees and heels, knees and heels to stay one line. And as I pedal, I'm spreading the toes away from each other. I'm waking up the feet, the shins, starting to feel around the knees. And then walk the hands back until you're in a forward fold. So I'm going to take opposite elbow. All corners of my feet are down. And I'm just going to push into my feet. You feel the hips, the glutes. Now hold at your hover, big shoulder rolls. Find the back muscles, the erector spinae muscles along the spine, the lat muscles down the side. I'm sure there's plenty of other muscles back there we're working. I just get used to saying the same muscles that I know. Now inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs, reach the hands back and behind, and exhale to chair, palms up overhead. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, chair. Three more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale to a forward fold. If you want, bind behind the legs, work your thigh to belly. Keep breathing, feel some space behind the sacrum. You can open the jaw to release through the jaw, open the mouth. You can give yourself a yes and a no shake. And then bend the knees, walk yourself forward, and just do a palm extension like you're trying to high five someone in front of you. So you want to make sure the palm is nice and active. Last one. And now press it back to a down dog. Walk the knees. Try to open up the sides of the hips. Center yourself in downward facing. Let's take some big sweeping circles through the hips. Last one. And then we'll bend the knees to a hover. We'll extend forward to plank. Lower the knees back to a wide child's pose. And sink it down right away. We're going to inhale forward to Cobra. Line the knees up. Exhale, tuck the toes downward facing. Take a breath here. Inhale, knees down to a hover. Exhale, forward to plank. I got that one wrong. Knees down, child's pose. I'm going to get us back on track as we inhale, forward cobra, and exhale to a downward facing. One breath, inhale. Now exhale, knees hover. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale through cobra. Let's do one more since I messed that one up so much. Back to down dog. Inhale. Exhale, knees hover. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, back to child. And now hold your inhale in a cobra. Find some space. Shoulders back away from the ears. Now let's learn how to get into our lat muscles here. Let the shoulders come to the ears. Now keep the arms nice and long and just push the shoulders away from the ears by engaging the lats. Do it a couple times. Feel the lats driving down. Lats driving down. Notice my arms are not moving. Just using those lat muscles. Hi. Feel them. Okay, now hold. You've got lots of space from the shoulder to ear. You can bring the gaze right to left to work mobility through the cervical spine. Don't let the lat muscles give in. Keep holding. And gaze forward, release it down. Take the fingertips nice and wide. And we're just going to add a big kick from the back body, a big opener through the chest. You can engage the back muscles as much as you want here. Last one. Now both toes are coming up, lifting and extending away for some low back extension. You want to pull the toes in, lift the thighs off the mat, and extend. Use your butt muscles. Keep your core muscles in. Lengthen through the leg muscles. Let's go 3 more. Last one. Keep the leg extension, try to hold them off the mat. Hands are going behind the head. And now just pull one elbow up and then the other elbow. I'm going to follow with my gaze. This is for your back body. We have long fascia lines that cross through the back body. Now alternate. So I'm going to bring one elbow up and extend the opposite foot. One elbow up, extend the opposite foot. Let's go a couple more. That move was a little bit hard for me to find today. And then releasing, let's go to child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, take a breath. You want hips real heavy here. And I said we were gonna keep moving, so let's keep moving. I'm gonna take one hand up to Parigasana. Inhale as the opposite side extends. And then exhale through center. Inhale, open. Exhale through center. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, quadruped. Tuck the toes, downward facing. Give yourself a little jacks. Shake it out, let the feet go in and out. Try to bounce on the balls of the feet. And then landing in hips distance. Bend the knees, step or hop to the top. Inhale to flat. Exhale to fold. Vertebrae by vertebrae. It's a slow, slow, slow roll up. Keep working, keep working. Bring it all the way to the gaze. Inhale, palms rise. And then exhale into a fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale through your chaturanga. I prefer to lower my knees. Feel free to do whatever you like for your chaturanga. And then back to a downward facing. Bend the knees, step or hop up. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slow roll up. A little bit quicker this time, though, than we did before. Palms up overhead, take a breath. And exhale to a fold. Inhale to flat. Exhale through your chaturanga, whatever your preferred method is. Inhale through cobra. And exhale to down dog. Let's go one more. Bend, step or hop up. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, take it up. Palms are going to reach. I'm going to stay with that same inhale. And then exhale, straight to a fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, chaturanga. Add a few push-ups this time if you'd like. I always say if you'd like because I really don't like push-ups. So I shouldn't say that. We should just do the push-ups, get them over with, into cobra, and then to child's pose. Take a breath. You can find some movement along the side body, the ribs, open them up, move through the hips. And then tuck the toes. Let's find downward facing dog. Let's get through one more little sun salutation, but let's bring the right toes up this time. Move the foot around, circle the ankle. Try to keep a squared hip. So the right toes, you're going to point towards the mat and the heel towards the sky. Now lift the right heel up a little bit higher. Feel a stretch along the left hamstring. Keep holding. And then bring right knee to nose. Unroll the foot to center and sink into your left leg. Let's bring the knee all the way down. Ooh, I feel a stretch on the left hamstring. If you want, you can add some hamstring curls on the left side. Go nice and slow with this one. It's going to put a lot of stretch on that left side quad. And then hold it up. Now I got to hold with that butt muscle and the hamstring, and I'm going to bring the palms up overhead. Keep breathing, keep the contraction, the traction created from the hamstring, the heel to the butt. And then let's bring the left palm down. Right side opens up, so I'm facing my front thigh, and I'm just gonna extend front to back. I'm gonna add some movement if I want to. Anything that feels good there. Now I wanna catch my right palm on the mat as I float the right foot back. So I'm gonna replace it, lower down through chaturanga, inhale cobra, and exhale to a down dog. Inhale, left toes rise, work through the ankle, anything you need there. And then take a second to square it up. So I want my toes down, heels high, lift through the heel, feel a deeper stretch on the other hamstring. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. Exhale, knee to nose. Unroll the foot, lower your back leg. Let's sink it deeper into that stretch. And then you can add, lots of tight quad today. Add some of those hamstring curls to go a little farther. And then hold. Just want to create traction from the heel, hamstring to the butt. It's all working together to stay nice and tight. You can bring the palms up. You can also, if you need a little support, just put your hands on your leg. But I want to squeeze, 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 lift and lengthen. Keep the shoulders down. They're nice and soft. One more breath. And then bring the hands down. So I'm going to go into my twist. I'm twisting towards my front thigh. Open it up. Any kind of movement you want there. Circling through the shoulder. Just take a moment to listen to the body, or just allow the body to move. There's not a lot of times in life when we just allow the body to do what it wants to do. Yoga is a great space for that. I do all sorts of weird things in yoga. If you've ever been to my class, you know. Okay, one more breath. Now I'm doing that replacement, so the palm comes down and the foot gets replaced by the palm. So you have to use your ab muscles to pull yourself back. This time we're just going to hold in plank. Stay there, protract through the upper back. Push the scapula away from the spine. Lift the core up towards the ceiling. Keep holding, holding, holding. Now check in with the toes. Get on the very tip tops of the toes. Keep holding, keep holding. Let's take 3, 2, and 1. Back to downward facing dog. The hand is going to tap to the back of the head just to kind of extend through the tricep for a second. And then we'll walk the hands all the way back to the feet, bend the knees so we can get there. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale to a deep fold. You can bind to the legs. That was about it for our movement. I just want to get something in and quick, just to get you a little motivated for the rest of the day. Let's sink it into one Malasana for the hips. So as I bring my hips down, my heels stay, my toes open. So I have this nice 45 in the toe. And I can use my elbows to press the knees wider. If you want to go farther, the hands go to the outside, and I just extend my arms and see where they land when I fall forward. Now I just kind of wiggle around, use my elbows to drive the knees a little bit wider. You can shift even farther forward, let the legs float. My legs don't seem like they want to float today, so I'm just going to hold this stretch. Always good to listen to the body. And then bring the feet back down. So from here, a little bit of mobility work. If your feet aren't on the mat yet, then you can place something underneath your heels, or you can just work on holding Malasana here, getting this position nice and strong before you move on to the mobility work from here. So if your feet are on the mat and you can ground down, we're just going to lift the tailbone a little bit and inhale, reach the palms, and then exhale, bring it back to your heart and create some length in the spine. Inhale forward, exhale, pull back. Let's go 3 more. You're moving with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Heel to toe is pushing down. Protect your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go 1 more. And exhale. That feels so good. Take it down to quadruped. And any kind of movement from quadruped. I'm feeling a cat-cow right now to open up, to relax through the hips. You can get some movement through the spine. Relax around the sacrum. And then I'm going to cross my ankles and go to a seated position. Baddha Konasana, butterfly position. So my heel and my groin are about 1.5 feet away from each other, and then I just rock the hips out. Now get the sitting bones down and start pulling with the lats and the tricep muscles to get the heart forward. So I'm trying to stay away from this rounding position here. I'm getting nice and long and bringing my forehead as close as I can get it to my toes. Keep the knees working down to the mat. A little trick, if you're pretty tight in the hips, you can flex your butt muscles and that'll help you get your knees closer to the mat. Let's take one more exhale to the toe. And then relaxing in some spinal rolls. So you can keep the legs where they are or you can extend them forward. I'm going to spinal roll and work through my feet and my ankles. Make sure you're using your breath. We're always exhaling as we fold and inhaling to open with all the space we're creating. Okay, let's take it on the back just for a supportive bridge and then we'll be all done here. So feet go down. And I want to bring my hips up and place my palms underneath my hips. Now notice where my elbow is. So I have to actually lift my hips higher to get my elbow to tuck underneath my wrist line. So that's what you're looking for. If you're not there yet, you can simply place something underneath the sacrum and just relax the pillow or whatever, or you can still hold. But you want to make sure if you're putting the hands underneath, you're pulling the elbows in as well. Now my weight is supported because I have a nice structural alignment, and I can bring my hands, my hips down towards my heels. Relaxing through the belly, relaxing through the hip flexors. I love driving my hips down towards my heels. It creates all this hollowness around the sacrum, all this release. Let's take one more inhale together. Exhale, gently release the weight. Put the feet back on the mat if they're somewhere else. My brain was somewhere else. That's the reason I just said that. Not my feet. My feet were still there. My brain was gone. Let the knees windshield wipe right to left. You can circle out the wrist. And then you can either take a few moments in Shavasana, or if you're ready to start your day, you can roll it up and get moving for the rest of your day. So hope you enjoyed that one. Whether you're going into Shavasana or getting moving, that was some good energy we just brought. Felt good to me. So I'm done stumbling over my words. I'm going to go enjoy some more coffee and get the rest of my day started. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Please like and subscribe and share the joy of yoga with all your friends and family. See you next time.